President Trump tweeted he will veto the National Defense Authorization Act unless Congress repeals legislation which he says unfairly shields social media platforms from liability over posts on their sites. And just a few minutes ago, Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany stressed that is serious about the threat the president is, so watch for that. Twitter has reportedly flagged at least 240 of President Trump's tweets and labels, including disputed claim and manipulated media labels. The president tweeted earlier just today, Section 230, which is a liability shielding gift from the U.S. to big tech, the only companies in America that have it, corporate welfare, is a serious threat to our national security and election integrity. Our country can never be safe and secure if we allow it to stand. For more, I want to bring in my next guest, Brett Tolman, a former federal prosecutor and U.S. attorney for Utah. So, Brett, first of all, welcome to the program. So you saw the press secretary saying, you know, the president, this isn't a light situation for him. He means it when he says he wants to tie Section 220 to something that he knows is important legislation. He wants it gone.
Yeah, I definitely think he's serious about this, and he should be. And there's going to be a lot of people that say, hey, you know, you can't do it when you're talking about the Defense Act. And let's get real, though, Harris. I mean, the Congress has never been shy about putting things in bills and making sure if there's a bill that's going to move, that they put in some of their priorities. It happens all the time. We see it. So I think, look, I don't think repealing 230 outright is the answer. But is the discussion important? Is his threat important? Absolutely. And will it get Congress to move in a direction that we need? I hope so.
And I'll move to this topic now. Attorney General Bill Barr appointed U.S. Attorney John Durham as special counsel to keep investigating the origins of the Russia probe in the next administration. And we saw that kind of protection before when Intel Chief Adam Schiff would say, no, you got to protect Bob Mueller, you know, at the end of the investigation. He wanted something similar. And now Bill Barr wants it for John Durham. In a letter to the Senate and House Judiciary Committees, Barr wrote this: in advance of the presidential election, I decided to appoint Mr. Durham as a special counsel to provide him and his team with the assurance that they could complete their work without regard to the outcome of the election. What do you make of this? What do we need to know that's important about what this does?
Well, look, I think this is important, but there's part of me also that says, wow, are we going to be doing this every time we have an election, a presidential election, in which the department is going to appoint a special counsel that carries over to the next president? I hope that isn't the case. I hope that these are anomalies, but this was important. I understand why the Attorney General did it because, look, this investigation has expanded. There are issues that need to be thoroughly investigated, and they need to be exposed. And I think the country, at least half the country, if not more, is waiting to find out what John Durham has found. If he doesn't appoint him as a special counsel, he probably would have been removed immediately by the incoming AG.
So you think it's a good move?
I think it's a good move because it gives some consistency. There will be a lot of pressure on the incoming AG. And depending on who they select, you may see the same sort of recusal that we saw with Attorney General Sessions or Rosenstein.
All right. Brett Tolman, thank you very much. Good to see you today.
Great to see you. Thanks, Harris.